Hello, everybody. I am Brother Luke. Welcome to this Friday night special for the Church of the Eternally Secure C.E.S. I'm quite excited about the program tonight. I'm expecting Brother Shawn, Brother Jay, and Brother Kim on to play their music and discuss it. So I want to see if we can get everybody's technology to work, though. Let me see. I see that Shawn's here. So Shawn, if you just click on that link, you should be able to come on the video with me. Let me see. Also, I'm looking for, Gary, I saw what you said about me, Gary. I can't brag about my works anymore. Oh no, come on, Gary. Come on, I still have more boasting to do, brother. Okay, so yeah, I need Jay and Kim and Westwood and Brother Shawn to come on and join me. But in the meantime, let me just start saying hello to everybody. Looks like Sister Shelley is here. I'm glad you're here tonight. I'm glad you're here anytime, Sister, but especially here tonight. And I know you're going to really enjoy this program tonight. And I see your hubby's here too. Hey, Shane. Great to see you here. And you got Gary, as usual, teasing me about boasting or anything else. Gosh, when I saw your comment, Gary, you know what I did? I smiled and laughed. Thanks, brother. And Brother Glenn's here too. And let me see. Toph's here. Hi, brother. He said, good evening, brothers and sisters. And all right, let me see. And Celine's here. Celine says, hi, Brother Luke. Dolores, hey, Saints. Eline says hello. Oh, Celine has good news. I did well on my test I was talking about. I'm planning to go to get my CNA certificate. Great. I know you'll do really well. If you put in the effort and study, you're smart. So just put in the work and you'll accomplish whatever your goals are. I'm quite sure of that. Here's Brother Jay now. Jay, click on that link and when you're ready to come and join me, put the link. Let me put it in again. I posted it several times. So if you click on that, you should be able to join me on camera. Let me see. High Speed Drifters here. Hi, Brother Randy. And Nate. Hey, Nate. I felt really bad about Wednesday, Nate. I know you're really looking forward to it. But by the way, tonight, I've got my eye drops ready. I'm not supposed to take any more of it because I can only do this twice a day, but I've already reached my limit. But if I have to, I'll do some more. But I've got my ice cubes. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Eline, maybe Lamonia May, or Mary, maybe it was Gary or Glenn. Somebody said, when was it? A couple of programs ago when I was having these issues, they said, put ice cube, put in a paper towel. So I got my paper towel and wrap the ice cube in there and put it against your eye, with your eye closed. And guess what? I found it works instantly. Immediately I get relief. So I got this if I have to resort to that. And so I appreciate that. Good advice. Lamonia May is here. She says hello. And Jay says, Mom, I wasn't planning on playing anything tonight. We talked about just talking about music, but who knows? Anything could happen. Yeah, anything could happen. I mean, we could do something live, but also I wanted to, let me see. I see Kim is here, but it says device is not connected. It says they will need to connect their mic or camera before you can add them. So Kim, you got to get your microphone or your camera. At least get your microphone, and I try to get your microphone and your camera connected. There's a before I can bring you on. It says you have to have those connected. So just back up a step and look where it says to connect. Anything that has a picture, an icon like of a camera or a microphone, and go there and get that done, and then we can bring it on here. So Kim's here. I hope we can make his technology work. And I know that Shawn and Jay have been on before, so that they know how to do that, and they'll make it happen. Let me see. Here's someone I don't recognize. Brenda Melville. Brenda, are you new here? Everybody give Brenda a big welcome. If you've been here before, I apologize for not remembering, but if you're new, you might want to make sure everybody makes you feel welcome. And then we see, we got Joe's here, Buford Joe. Yeah. Gary says, look, it was me. Yeah. Oh, it was you with the ice cubes, huh? Well, great. Thanks, Gary. It's really, it's amazing. You know, you get a lot of recommendations. Brother Glenn just sent me a couple of things that he sent me some a shampoo he thinks will help get rid of the thing in my eye. He has a theory on it, so I'm using that now. And he's sending me some colloidal silver too. So that's on his way, I guess. So yeah, several people are doing everything. We got advice for me or sending me stuff, trying to help me get. But I do have an appointment with ophthalmologist on next week. So if nothing else, maybe they can figure out what the problem is. But if we can use a home remedy, of course, I certainly appreciate everybody praying for me. The Lord can heal me in an instant if He wants to. So let's ask the Lord to heal my eyes, and that way I won't even need the doctor. I see Jay's here. Kim, if you can hear me, let me go look at Facebook, because that's where we've been able to communicate. Let me see. If you go to Facebook, I can communicate with you at least. He says, Chrome is not allowing me to use my camera. I changed the settings, but still not working. Chrome is the one that is supposed to work best for that. That's most compatible with this. So I don't know why it's not working. Anybody have any advice for Kim? He can't seem to get his camera and microphone connected. We could bring you on through the Facebook and have you at least have the phone call, a call like we talked last time on Facebook, so that if we have to, we can resort to that, brother. But what I want to do tonight is I want to play some of the songs that you guys have created. If you're not already aware of it, everybody, I've created a playlist. Let me go to the C.E.S. channel here. Okay, somebody's talking. Is that Jay?
That must have been my background. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hi, Jay. Okay.
Hi. Good evening.
You can turn your camera on if you like, or just use audio. I don't care. But let me see. I'm going to share the C.E.S. page, and I want everybody to see what I've done here. Okay, right now, you're looking at the Church of the Eternally Secure YouTube homepage, and this is the program that's running live right now. But if we scroll down here, let me see, what am I looking for? Oh yeah, playlist. We got the C.E.S. basics, and the next playlist I put up here is music by the talented members of C.E.S. So when you click on that, we've got 10 videos now. We've got from Brother Kim, Redemption Road. I Need Some Faith from Jay. He Wrote My Pardon in Blood by Shawn. As Long as I Live by Kim. This World Is Not Home by Jay. I Shall Know Him by Shawn. Back Home by Kim. Washed in the Blood of the Lamb by Shawn. And Kim did Faith of a Child, and The Shadow did Walk Right In. So I've got 10 of their songs. What I'd like to do is ask each one of them to pick a song. Oh, here he is. Here's Shawn. Okay, at least we got Shawn's here with me and Jay's here with me. We got to find a way to get Kim on board. Let me see if I can call Kim on the.
Hey, Shawn, how are you doing?
Hey, Shawn, how are you doing? How's it going? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, Shawn still hasn't figured out how to fix that delay problem that we have. But we'll just deal with it anyway. So Jay, keep that in mind. He's got like a 10-second delay for some reason. All right. Well, I don't know what to say about Brother Kim, but let me see. I wonder if I can call him up, get his audio through Facebook. Let me see. Call. Let me call him. Hey, Kim, I'm calling you. I'm calling you on Facebook. There he is. Hey, Kim. Okay, good. If you can't get the thing fixed to join us the proper way, at least we can get your audio this way. I can turn your camera on. Maybe I can. Let's try it, see if it works. Turn on video. Okay, your camera's on, but do you want your camera on or not? Because you have to activate it. Okay. All right. Let me just ask everybody here and see if it's. Can everybody hear Brother Kim? Because I've got audio of him running Facebook. Let me know. How about you, Shawn and Jay? Can you hear him? Jay, do you hear Kim?
I don't think so. I hear a lot of echo.
I can hear you.
Okay, Shawn and I are going to mute our microphones. And Jay, you mute your mic. And then Kim, if you could count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and do that, and then we see if everybody can hear you. And then, I heard that perfectly well, but I'm hearing it through Facebook. So tell me, did you hear it, Jay?
No, I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. How about you, Shawn? Did you hear Brother Kim? I'm running it through Facebook right now. Yeah. How about you, Shawn? Did you hear?
I'm not sure I can hear you, Luke. That's all.
Okay. What about Jay? Did you hear Jay talking, Shawn?
I'm not sure I can hear you, Luke. That's all. I've got about a 10-second delay.
Yeah. All right. We'll make that work anyway. Okay. This is my plan. Let me go back to Facebook with Kim. Apparently, Kim, can you hear me still? Yeah, but nobody can hear you, so I don't know what to do unless you can fiddle around and figure out how to get your mic and camera hooked up. Because I mean, there's a way of doing it. Obviously, it works, but you just don't know the technique yet. So, can you try to figure it out?
Yeah, I have a suggestion, Shawn. Are you able to go on the settings and there's an echo setting you can check mark echo cancellation?
I think Sean's already been through that process in the past. He's tried to, he did the setting for the echo. Didn't you already do that, Sean? Go back and set up your settings to remove the echo.
I'm not sure what we've done, honestly.
I think you did that in the past. It's all right. That's all right. When it comes time to Sean to talk, then we'll just not interrupt and allow for that lag in time. I just wish we could get Kim's things working, but Kim, I don't know what to tell you. I thought that maybe putting it on Facebook would be a way of getting it, but you don't have a phone. If you called me on the phone, I could play it my speaker on my phone. I've done that in the past, but we can't do that. So I don't know what. Can you get in the chat room at least? Can you join in the chat room and say hi and engage in that way? Can you get in the chat room at least?
Hey, Shawn, are you able to mute your mic? I think we're still getting echo.
Okay, say that again. I didn't. Yeah.
There we go. That's better.
Well, wait 1 second. I see that Jay. Okay, Jay, could you unmute and unmute your mic? I can't. I'm not. Now, did you say that you can hear Kim?
No, I couldn't hear Kim at all.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, Kim, go into the chat room. Everybody, Kim will be in the chat room and he'll engage with everybody that way. But what I want to do is ask each one of them to pick one of their songs. We'll play a song and then we want to ask questions about the song and have some kind of an explanation about the the inspiration of the song and anything you can tell us about it. Okay, that's the plan I have in mind. Is that all right, everybody? Okay. All right. So let's go. Let me see. Let's start with Shawn's song. Let me see. Where is it? Well, I got on the top of the list is Brother Kim's Redemption Road, but let's say that for later. I'll go with let's do this one. This and make everybody cry a little bit. Okay, I'm going to play "I Need Some Faith" by Brother Jay, and then everybody. Then we can ask Brother Jay about the song, and you can tell us what inspired that. Okay, so here let's play the song. Let me see. Everybody mute your microphones. We got it muted. Okay.
Oh Lord, I need some faith right now, some faith right now. Oh Lord, I need some faith right now, some faith right now. Oh Lord, I need some right now. Some faith right now. My heart is full of tears, and my eyes they won't cry. My eyes they won't cry. My heart is full of tears. My eyes they won't cry anymore. Oh Lord, I need some faith right now. Some faith right now. My face is down in the dirt. I can't crawl anymore. Can't crawl anymore. My face is down in the dirt. I can't crawl anymore. Can't crawl anymore. But I've got to believe He hears my prayers. He hears my prayers. But I've got to believe He'll show me the way. He'll show me the way. Oh Lord, I need some faith right now. Some faith right now. Some faith right now.
Wow. I tell you, I've listened to that song so many times since I heard it originally, and it is kind of heartbreaking. So what I'm going to ask is for Shawn to Jay to tell us a little bit about what was going on, what inspired that, and if there's anything. And Shawn, I want to ask you first to be the first one to ask Jay some questions. But first, let me ask Jay to give us a little overview of what you're thinking at the time.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Oh boy, that's a tough one. I'll try to keep it. Yeah, Britt, I hadn't listened to that song in quite a while, until the other day. But so I wrote that about 4 years back. So what I remember is within about the 2 or 3 years before that, I lost about 2 or 3 people close to me to death. I was having some personal struggles, a lot of struggles with my faith, feeling like maybe I had lost it completely. I was having some physical issues that nobody could figure out either. It came down to actually a combination of things that was causing really bad anxiety and depression. They had me on some allergy pills that I was having reactions to that I didn't know, and that was causing me to have, anxiety attacks and depression along with they were giving me a steroid shot. And I should have known better, when I was struggling with anxiety. I didn't know a lot about this stuff years back. So that was causing, some anxiety. And then I had found out I had a botched root canal where they missed one of the roots in my teeth, and it had been kind of infecting for almost 3 years. And all I was getting was some pain in my neck. And then I was getting like flu-like symptoms every 3 days, and go away for a few days and come back and just, so of course nobody could figure it out. They send you to the doctor, the dentist, ear, nose, and throat. And finally, when I went to a specialist, I'll finish up the story here, but he found that root. Some people have a big extra root, and then there's an offshoot root off of that big root, and they found it, and they were able to redo the whole root canal. And then the sister tooth across from that started doing the same thing, and they got that too. And within a week or two, I felt better than I had in 3 years, mentally, emotionally. I was still struggling, but nothing like that. I mean, I felt much better. And that was about the time when my good friend Lance, I hadn't seen him in a while, and he was trying to talk me into getting back into music, and he had a home studio, and he said, we should write a couple songs, or we should put some songs on a little thing. And we were jamming one night after we went to watch some live, friends of ours played live jazz over at what's called the 7 C's Inn. And so we went back and we recorded live that night on his system. I had done anything like that in many, many years, and we had a lot of fun. And he deleted all. We did a lot of Spanish music, and then and I'm getting to the end of the story here, hang in there. But so his mom came down from Montana to visit, and he said, yeah, he played it for her, and he said, I'm gonna delete it. He said, don't you dare. She said, you guys should put that on an album. So, well, Lance decided to edit and keep that. And then I was in the works. I might have already written this song. So we started pulling out songs, and he was trying to talk me into, he said, well, let's do an album. And I was reluctant because of the way I was feeling too. I was still not feeling really well, but I thought, what the heck, let's do it. So then we, wrote some different songs, and we had written some songs before and put them on there. And that was one I decided to leave on. I would say that was, I was reluctant to put that on the CD album, but because of how, personal it was. But I thought, well, what the heck, maybe it'll help somebody. Maybe God will use it to help somebody. I don't know. And, with that, then I guess my influences at that time too, some of that was probably, if you guys can recognize it, I'm sure some of you'll get it, but Eric Clapton was probably one of the influences that I've had for, the way I was doing that song. But yeah, so that's it. And there was a lot going on those 3 or 4 years. And, so I didn't know if I was going to pull out of it. I just was perpetually feeling terrible, and some days a little less than terrible for 3 years. So then that's about it. So. I'm not hearing anybody.
I'm sorry, I had my microphone muted there. I just had to send a message to Kim. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Luke. I thought maybe I lost the stream or it locked up. Yeah. We have some Wi-Fi issues at work sometimes.
I had my mic muted because we got to mute when the other person's talking, so I forget to unmute it. But I just sent a private chat message. He's in the private chat as Kim is there. So, but I wanted to see if he can go into the live stream chat and fellowship with everybody in the congregation. So he's going to go in there, and so everybody say hi to Kim in the congregation. Okay. Now I want to ask Brother Shawn to give me your thoughts on that song you listened to. What do you have anything to ask Jay or any thoughts on that, Brother Shawn? We're gonna just Jay and I will mute and just allow for your your delay thing, and there won't be any problem because we're not going to have a conversation. I just want to hear your thoughts. Okay, go ahead. Allow for your delay thing, and there won't be any problem because we're not going to have a conversation. I just want to hear your thoughts. Okay, go ahead. Allow for your
All right. First, I want to find out if you can hear me at all.
Yeah, your voice is clear, but I'm hearing some. Well, yeah, just go ahead. Yeah, I think it's still repeating what
I'm
I
trying to
said.
make some adjustments on my end. I don't know if it's going to
Go,
work.
go ahead. I won't interrupt you. Go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to ask Jay about his process. Okay, I wanted to ask Jay about his process. When he writes songs, does he usually when he writes songs, does he usually okay, I'm gonna have to start all this again. I am so sorry, but I can't figure this out. I wanted to ask Jay about his process as far as writing. Does he usually write the music first and then the lyrics? Or does he write the lyrics first and then the music, or a combination? Does he do it the same way each time? What is the process for him?
Okay, I'll have him answer that question, and then in your case, Shawn, I want you to pick one of your songs to be played next, and then I get your thoughts on that. Okay. All right, go ahead, Jay.
Okay. And by the way, yeah, whatever you did right at the end there, Shawn, the echo was gone. So whatever you pushed or adjusted, it cleared up. It stopped looping and echoing and repeating. Well, my process varies depending on what I'm writing. Sometimes I'll be writing music first and then later be inspired to, excuse me, put some words to it, lyrics. There's other times where I've wrote lyrics, wrote some things down to capture those ideas before you lose them, and I might have a melody pop into my head at the same time sometimes. So then I try to record it quick, even if it's nowadays on the phone. It used to be little handheld recorders or whatever. Just so you don't forget it, because you think, oh, I'll remember that, or I'll remember that chorus I had in my head. And then a few hours later go, oh, I can't remember how that went. It's just gone. And yeah, so I've done it both ways, lyrics first, and then sometimes, and then a combination at times too. Sometimes just sitting down and doing something totally off the wall, like rather than sitting down with a guitar and grab the bass guitar and start playing something, and it'll trigger a whole different set of feelings and thoughts. So each instrument can, I think, inspire us in different ways as well. And then people inspire me to write. There's friends that inspire me. Sometimes I listen to what they do, and then it just inspires me, or some of my musicians that I look up to. So hope that answers the question.
All right, Jay, thanks. I would just say that your song is, to me, it's very, very powerful. The emotion that you're able to convey in your voice is very moving, and especially some of the problems I've had to deal with, losing my wife a year and a half ago, and that kind of grief is, the song was exactly express what I was going through as far as, Lord, why didn't you answer the prayers? We were praying for recovery, for a successful surgery, and the congregation's been praying, and why couldn't you say yes and save my wife? And going through all kinds of struggling with that. And the sadness in your voice in the song was exactly how I was feeling, and every day for 8 months. I wept every single day. So, all right, we're going to move on to. I'll let you see if you want to respond to that, Jay, and then we'll move on to Shawn.
Sure. Yeah, thank you for telling me that, because yeah, and I'm sorry you went through that, but I appreciate you telling me that about my song.
All right. Now, Shawn, could you tell me which of the songs you'd like me to play first, and so everybody could hear it, and then we can ask you if you explain anything about it. Which one would you like to play now?
I'm trying to remember which ones I have on there. How about Washed in the Blood of the Lamb? Is it not coming through?
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. Here are the 4 songs you have on the playlist. He wrote my pardon in blood. I shall know him, washed in the blood of the Lamb, and walk right in.
How about Washed in the Blood of the Lamb?
Okay, I'll play that one now. Ready? Washed in the blood of the Lamb.
I could not reach Jesus, so he reached down for me, and all that he offered was all that I'd need. For my only hope was God's only plan. I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Oh, his blood bought my pardon, and his grace I received. In Jesus I'm trusting, on him I believed. Oh, the angels stood amazed at God's love for man, and I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. And he'll never forsake me, he'll never deny me, his child forever I am. My sins will never be brought up again. I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. Oh, forgiven forever, in him I'll stand. I'm redeemed by the touch of the Master's hand. I'm held to the promise of the great I am. I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb. I've been washed in the blood of the Lamb.
That was incredible. Hey, Shawn, in case you noticed, I've got you on the screen here. Could you adjust your camera so that your face is centered in the middle a little bit? You think? Is it possible?
And
You
I don't
think,
want to.
yeah,
I don't want to hurt anybody.
that's good. Oh, yeah, perfect. That's good. Just like that. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. All right. Well, can you tell us a little bit about what was going through your mind right now? I'll just say that not only do I love the music and the vocals, everybody, the voices are incredible, I think, but the message itself is just a perfect gospel message. And that's what I really like about a lot of gospel music is the gospel message is better expressed in these hymns and music than it is from the pulpits in America today. So that's my thoughts on it. What do you have to say, brother?
Yeah, that's true. A good gospel song should convey the gospel. You would think it would be just a basic thing, but unfortunately, there's a lot of songs that are just fluff pieces. This song in particular, what I had on my mind was you hear so much about when people, they talk about when they get saved and how they give their life to Christ and how they turn their life around and turn over a new leaf and may make all sorts of promises to God. And this song is about absolutely none of that. There is nothing that I did when I got saved. The only thing I brought to the table was my sin. I had plenty of that. But that's the only thing I had to offer. There was no good works. There was no lofty promises. Oh, I was going to go to church. I was going to give money. I was going to treat my fellow man better. I was going to do all sorts of good works. None of that means anything. And I didn't bring any of that with me. All I brought was my guilt and my sin. And every bit of my salvation was supplied by Jesus Christ. What he did on the cross, that paid my penalty. No promises. And by the way, they would be absolutely empty promises of things that I could never accomplish. And even if I were able to live from that day forward without committing even one sin, it wouldn't pay for a thing. The only thing that pays is the blood of Christ. And so that's what I had mainly in mind when I wrote the song was I had nothing to offer him. I reached up for him, but I couldn't reach him. So he had to reach down for me. And what he offered me was absolutely what I needed. And so after that, it sort of shifts in the second verse and the chorus that his blood bought my pardon. And his grace, I just received it. That was all. And now, because of that, I am held in the promise of the great I am. You can't be more secure. And that's basically what the song was about. It was really pointing out that we don't have anything to offer. He's not looking for anything we have to offer. He already supplied it. All he wants is for us to accept it.
Brother, can you read the screen? I put up some comments on the screen. I'd like you to respond to that. And here's another one by Sister Shelley.
We had a lot of harmony. We worked very hard with our sound. I would say, unfortunately, these recordings don't always bring it across. Live performances are always better, but anyway, we tried real hard with the harmony.
Yeah, there's a comment by Shelley there too for you.
Yes, this one, beautiful song, Brother Shawn. What was the inspiration for the song? A situation in your life, or just general love for the beautiful salvation you have because of the finished work of Christ. This one, not so much any particular incident. A lot of times, you have something going on in your mind. This particular song, it was a little bit unusual because it was one of those that I would very often dream parts of songs. With this one, the chorus of the song, the music in the chorus, I just dreamed it, and I would always wake up and have to write it down because, like Brother Jay was saying, if you don't capture it, it's gone, and it's very hard to remember something you've forgotten if you have no reference point. And so I would get up in the middle of the night and write it down on a piece of paper because I taught myself how to do that, and then go back to bed. And that the chorus on this, and the music for the chorus was one of those that came like that. So made it a little bit unusual in that sense. But I thank everyone for their very kind words.
Brother Glenn has a comment there for you too.
Brother Shawn, that's the hymn I look for. You did a great hymn. Well, I appreciate that. I'll tell you, so many of the old hymns, it's like Brother Luke was saying, the message in the songs. And you read some of those old hymns, and they're just wonderful. I mean, they're sermons in themselves. What can wash away my sins? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Just as I am without one plea, but that thy blood was shed for me. There's all sorts of sermons in a hymn book, and really great ones. Here's another one. The beautiful words spoken, Brother Shawn. We have nothing to offer God. That's right. It's all what God did for us through Christ. God loved us first. Absolutely. Received grace and held in the promise of the great I am. Yeah. You think about how great God is, how big God is. I mean, you go outside and you look at the sky and the stars, and that is such a infinitesimal, just slight, scratch the surface amount of what the universe is. It goes on and on. It takes millions of years, light years, to get across it. And yet that is the God that secures us. That's the God that holds on to us. I'll never leave you or forsake you. No one can snatch you out of my hand. And people look at that with such, they don't realize what that means when he has a hold of us. The example that Brother Luke has given so often, that we reach up and he grabs our hand and we grab his hand, and our grip on him really has nothing to do with it. He's got us. He's holding on to us. And that's the important thing.
I got Jay back with us, and I'm asking, oh, by the way, it sounds like everything's working right. Let's see if you can talk back and forth right now without a delay. Go ahead, Shawn. Can you?
I've got a pretty good delay.
Can you hear me? I don't think there's a delay now anymore. I don't see any hearing any repeat in the background. It sounds perfect. No.
Count to three, and I'll count right after you.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, well, it's the video that's off. Then that's throwing me. So at least we're having more of a conversation.
Oh yeah,
so
we can actually talk normally now.
Yes,
okay,
I'll
bring
pay attention to the video.
Yeah, let me bring Jay back on with us too. Jay, are you current? Do you have any thoughts on the song? That any more to say about that before we move to Kim's song?
I think I repeat myself from last time. I don't know if it was on the chat or talking to you, but I think is very professional. I've been around different gospel bands and bluegrass gospel groups that were professional, and Shawn and his group sounded great. I mean, the harmonies are great. They definitely put in a lot of time and a lot of hours, and on their own too, to be able to sing in harmony like that, you know. And yeah, the song's great. It's just pure gospel, you know, what like everybody said.
Yeah. All
Well, you
right.
know, one thing that I wanted to mention was when I got saved, about a year after I got saved, I live in Florida, and I went over to Lakeland and heard a group. His name is Gordon Jensen. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He used to write so many fantastic songs. He was just probably my favorite. And I got a chance to hear him at a church over there and his group. And I'd never heard a gospel group before. And I listened to it, and they were introducing the group, and they said, "This is Gordon Jensen, and he wrote all our songs tonight." And I thought to myself, he wrote the songs? How is that possible? I don't know where I thought songs came from, but the thought of him writing the songs for them, and then that it was a trio at the time singing, and I came home and it's just like, that's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. Unfortunately, I wasn't ready. So I sang in the choir, and I would sing in their special music, you know, trios and quartets and quintets and ensembles and all this stuff. And I did that for 15 years. And then finally, in 15 years, I was able to do that thing that I knew that I wanted to do. But it took that long because I wasn't ready. God still had to train me. So if you think God has something for you, don't give up. Sometimes it just takes a while.
Yeah.
It took Paul 14 years to prepare for his first missionary journey. It took me 14 years before I was able to start teaching and studying on my own for 14 years before I could even think of hosting a Bible study at my home. So, Jay, what were you going to say?
Oh, things that's amazing. Yeah, 14, 15 years. I've experienced some similar things myself. But yeah, it's definitely, it shows in Shawn and then Luke's, well, especially all the in-depth study you do definitely comes through and gives us a lot of insights that I've never heard before.
I mean, I did that for 20 years.
The last thing I'll say about this before we move on to Kim's song is that I certainly agree with Jay's evaluation of Shawn. You and your group, it's as professional as any group. If you go to the playlist on the Brother Luke channel, songs to edify and encourage, all those songs there. I've listened to tons of gospel singers and groups, and over the years, and I collected a bunch of them and formed that playlist. And you and your group are as talented and professionally producing that as any I've ever heard. That's why all three of you. I'm just hoping that I'm thankful to have an opportunity to use your songs now as part of our C.E.S. Programs. But I'm hoping that you guys will be encouraged to maybe start producing some new stuff too, because you're so gifted that I know that God will be pleased to use you in that way. The next song we're going to play is from Brother Kim, and let me see which one he says. As Long as I Live is the one he wants me to play. So let me find that one. Okay, here it is.
I just wanted to say quickly. Oh, sorry.
There are lots of things that a man pursues to fill the empty place. He will try most anything in life, touch and smell and taste. Guaranteed to satisfy is a lie we buy. There is nothing that we can ever own that will truly satisfy. You're rich beyond your wildest dreams, if you even have one good friend. One whose counsel you hold fast and is with you at every bend. I am such a man, I am blessed, 'cause I got a few. And it's hard to find the words that make a rhyme, just to say thank you. So when you hear this melody, remember all the laughter and the good times. How we watched our kids growing up, and we laughed about all the funny things they did. And we marvel at the grace of God to bring us all together. All these things I think about and so much more. There's a fight in my soul for as long as I live. When you hear this melody, remember all the laughter and the good times. How we watched our kids growing up, and we laughed about all the funny things they did. And we marveled at the grace of God bringing us all together. All of these things I think about and so much more. There's a fight in my soul for as long as I live. For as long as I live. There's a fight in me. For as long as I live.
Okay, well, that's Brother Kim and his wife and his family, and they live in the Philippines now. So let's see if anybody has any questions for Brother Kim. Let me. Are you still in the chat, Kim? Let us know if you're still able to be there and dialogue with us. If so, we've got see if anybody has any questions about the song. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. I think that it's nice now that we've got this thing working, and the three of us can talk. You know, let me get Jay's. I'm trying to unmute Jay's. Jay, could you unmute yours? Jay, yours is muted, but
Yeah, hi.
yeah, it looks like we can have a real conversation now between us. That was Kim's song. As I said, he lives in the Philippines now, so he's from Las Vegas. He's 13 hours earlier than me. So it's kind of, if it's late night here, it's early morning there. Yeah, he's here. Shawn or Jay, what do you have? Any thoughts on that song? Go ahead.
I just wanted to know the guys in the group with him. Is that family or friends, or who makes up his group?
Yeah. So Kim, I hope you got that question. All the people in the group is a family. I think it's the Dupuis brothers. I think that they're brothers and that they're friends, lifelong friends of Kim's is what I gather. But you can correct me if I'm wrong. He says, be nice to be able to talk. Yeah, I wish you could too, brother, but yeah.
Well, he's got a really good sound. I like it.
Yeah. I like his voice is he's from New Orleans originally, and one of his songs is about going back home to New Orleans, so maybe we'll play that one too. But yeah, so you can hear that in his voice. Doesn't sound like he's from the Philippines to me, but that's where he is now with his bride and new family in the Philippines. Jay, what's your thoughts on the song by Kim? Jay's probably at work too, so he's multitasking and trying to do his job and be here with us too. So, okay, the next I'm going to play a song by. Let me see if anybody has any thoughts in the chat room about it. Sister Shelley says to Kim, "Wow, that was a blessing, Brother Kim." Nate wants some of that Filipino food, and Nate says it's 4 p.m. Saturday here. He's in New Zealand. So we got the Philippines, New Zealand, Las Vegas, all over the world. Isn't that wonderful? Because we would never know each other, never have this chance to get to know each other and have fellowship together if it wasn't for this technology, even though sometimes it's difficult to figure it out, but when it works right, it's a blessing. And he says, to answer your question, he says, one friend on drums, and he also did harmonies, Mike Dupuis. I think that's how you pronounce it, Dupuis. Glenn says, I love driving and listening to music. Yeah, that's good, listening to music while you're driving, yeah. And Kim says, I sound like a hillbilly when I talk. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Not everybody can speak as perfectly as Brother Luke, so I don't feel bad about that. You know, when I watch these videos back, I can't even understand half the things I say. It sounds to me like I'm talking with my mouth full of mashed potatoes. I just don't pronounce my words though as clearly as I used to. I think it's because of the dentures now, but it was bad even before the dentures. I noticed.
Well, you know, Luke, it's not enough to just buy the medication; you have to take it. Okay, Jay, I'm going to play the other song we have of yours on the playlist now. Okay, do you have any thoughts, anything to say about the Kim song?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I got cut off for a while. I don't know what was going on. Maybe something with our Wi-Fi, but I'm done with work now and I'm driving. Yeah, I've listened to Kim's song a few times and I really like that song. First question I have, because I can't read the chat. I get kicked out if I try to go over to the chat or respond to the chat with everybody. but I was going to ask him, what kind of music is that? I got another friend in Washington does some similar music, and is it considered some kind of Americana folk, or what would they call it? I really love the feel and the just everything, and I like the lyrics, and the video was really really good. I thought also.
Yeah, yeah. I hope that somehow we can get some video to add to Shawn's music, because the music's great, but we just have a black screen there. So maybe somebody could help Shawn to add some pictures or something, some video to it. But hey, there's a project for down the road. All right, Jay, I'm going to play your other song now. So let me pull that up here.
Oh, okay.
Let me see, Jay. This one's not going to make us cry. We might cry on this one too. It's another one. This world is not my home. Is not home. This is Brother Jay Hines here. Wait, I got to share it here. I don't think I was sharing it. Doggone it. Let me see. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay. Ready? Here we go.
In this world, yeah, it's not my home. It's gifted me from love to roam, not for selfish gain, but to live the golden rule. It's not my home. In this world, yeah, it's not my home. Distractions come from everywhere. Social media, smartphones, instant message, instant that it's not my home. This world is not my home. This world is not my home. In this world, yeah, it's not my home. You get to ride on time, merry-go-round. I do my best to enjoy the ride and leave this world a little better when I die. In this world, this world is not my home. This world is not my home. This world is not my own. This world is not my own.
Well, I had to go to my computer settings and to go to my microphone and turn the volume up. When I turned the volume up, it was great. But my normal volume settings, I could hardly hear it. But I think when you play that song, you're going to have to, go to your computer and raise your volume. Otherwise, it's not going to be loud enough. But could you hear it? I know, Shawn, I think you had a hard time hearing it.
Yeah, I could hear it. Once it got going a little bit, then I heard it. I like the finger picking. Trying to think of the guy that with Dire Straits. What's his name? Mark something. Anyway, he plays like that. Instead of a pick, he fingers when he plays, and it's got a very different sound that way.
Yeah. So Jay, I guess when you recorded that, you must have had a set low volume, but I think there is a solution. I just realized that when I listen to that, I just need to turn the volume up on my computer settings, and it's great when I do that. But could everybody hear it okay? Let me know in the chat room. Jay,
Yeah, once it got going, you could hear it.
what's that, Jay? Jay, are you still with us?
No.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm in and out of places here, so I'm listening.
Okay. All right.
But
Well,
yeah, the volume, that was a demo I recorded. I wasn't going to leave it on, but I think a friend of mine wanted me to leave it on. I was going to always go back and re-record it, and that was one of my older phones that didn't have the best microphone, and so yeah, I want to re-record that, and maybe with my home studio, and then I try to upload it to so where people can hear more of a professional sound, I guess, clearer and louder.
Glenn says, Jay, that was great. I loved it. Turned it up, and it was good. Yeah. So Glenn turned up the volume. So Shawn, if you want,
There you go. That's it. Turn it up. Turn it up loud.
Shawn, just turn up your volume next time you listen to that song, and it'll be all right. But
Yeah,
Jay,
sure.
you did it again. Your songs are so depressing, brother. What's going on here, man? I know you've been through some hard, difficult times. You're probably real eager to move on to the better place, but you think you could produce a cheerful?
I'm working on it. I got some happier songs. I do.
Yeah. All right, good. Anybody have any comments for except that they love it, but anything else? What were any thoughts, Jay, that you want to tell us about that song? What was made you decide that you needed to write that song?
Give me a couple minutes, please.
Yeah. All right. Nate says Jay's been repenting of his sins, and it's not going well. Okay, brother. That was Nate, Jay. Nate said that, not me. Okay. And Shelley says this song could be played during a Christian movie. It's very touching. And she says, beautiful song, Jaybird. Yuppers, this world is not our home. Amen. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go next and play another song by Shawn. Here, let me see. Okay, so Shawn, let me see. We played.
How about He Wrote My Pardon in Blood?
Okay, let me see. We played Washed in the Blood of the Lamb already. Or was that the one we played?
No, we played Washed in the Blood of the Lamb. How about?
Now you want He Wrote My Pardon in Blood, right?
Right.
Okay, here we go.
A life that was shattered, weary and battered my soul torn and tattered from the way I had lived. In sin I was fallen, then I fell in love. When he wrote my pardon in blood, my darkest hour, in mercy and power he came to a soul that was lost. And just as he found me, put his arms around me and nailed my sins to his cross. And he gave my invitation to his sweet salvation at Calvary, where my sins were judged. And when I found I was helpless, he found me in love, and he wrote my pardon in blood. No longer an outcast, salvation came at last. The sin stains of my past were all washed away. For when I reached out for mercy, he reached down in love, and he wrote my pardon in blood. In my darkest hour, in mercy and power he came to a soul that was lost. And just as he found me, put his arms around me and nailed my sins to his cross. And he gave my invitation to his sweet salvation at Calvary, where my sins were judged. And when I found I was helpless, he found me in love, and he wrote my pardon in blood. Yes, when I found I was helpless, my Jesus found me in love, and he wrote my pardon in blood.
Woo! Amen. Man, that was amazing. Oh, man. Well, you got an awful lot of, let me put this here. You've got a lot of good comments in the chat here. Let me start up. First, let me say a couple of things from Kim. For Jay, or Shawn, or somebody asked a question. He said, Brother Kim says, to answer Jay, that first song, Luke, I played, I would consider to be musically influenced by the Eagles. Jackson Brown in a way. I wanted something that spoke of my love for the closest of friends and a strong acoustic guitar throughout. Okay. And then with your song here, Shawn, that last one, Sister Shelley says, wowzer, very professional sounding. Shawn, what a great voice. Thank you from Glenn. Kim says, Shawn, that's awesome. Great gospel voice. You should be on the radio, buddy. Nate says, Kim, is that deep baritone you? And I think Nate is confusing Kim with Shawn there in that one. Let me see. Oh, maybe that's another question for Kim. I don't know. I can't get it straight. And Kim says, I'm listening to Shawn's song now, not that. Yeah. Nate was confusing the songs here. All right, brother. Jay, are you back with us yet? He had to step away. I'm sorry, Jay missed that song. That was incredible. Yeah.
Well, thank everyone for the kind words. I really appreciate it. That particular song, we used that an awful lot over the years. Just about every performance we used that.
I'm so happy to be able to enjoy your music, but also I have to confess, we're supposed to confess our faults one to another, right? And I just have to confess that I'm feeling really jealous of the kind of talent that you guys have. If I could be gifted with any kind of talent in life, mathematics or science or anything, any talent, I would choose to be able to sing like that, brother. If I could sing like that, that's have been my greatest dream in life, to be a good singer.
Well, the Lord says He gives us the desires of our hearts. And I think He, in that verse, is saying that He gives us the very desire to do it. And, I did it for 20 years, and we would, leave and travel off someplace and have all this set up and then do the performance and the long drive home. You get home at 3:00 in the morning. And, people ask, why do you do it? And it's very simple. I loved it. It was one of the greatest joys of my entire life. I was so fortunate to be put in that position, to be with such great, talented people around me and everything. And it was just a whole lot of fun, for one thing. But it was where I felt like the Lord wanted me to be. And, like they say, if you love what you do, you don't work a day of your life. That's what it was. It could be tiring, but absolutely wonderful to do.
Yeah, it's very true. And that's kind of like the ministry work that we do here. It's these are religious works that we're doing, but it's not labor. It's just a joy.
It really is. It really is a privilege, because not everyone gets to do it. I mean, I recognize that a lot of times maybe I certainly didn't deserve to be there, but I was very appreciative that I could do it, and it really was a gift for me. It really was. That particular song, like I say, we travel around a lot. We got to hear from a lot of people in a lot of churches, and it became very evident to me that the same thing that Paul was fighting in his day, the legalism and adding to the gospel and all like that, that is alive and well in the churches today. we've been to hundreds, I guess thousands of them over the years, and that's what you saw so too much of the time. And what that song brings out, or what I meant it to bring out, was when I finally realized that I was helpless. That's when I was in a position to be saved. And it was strict, I said it over and over again, that it's strictly what Christ did. That, we were helpless to do anything. We really were.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. All right. Yeah, Jay's gone, but hopefully he'll be able to come back. All right, let's play the next one by Brother Kim. Let's see. Let me see. We got Redemption Road. We played As Long as I Live. We got Redemption Road, Back Home, Faith of a Child, and Faith of a Child. Okay, Kim, which one you want next? Went backstage, but then let me see. Jay says, "Hey, look, I was backstage, but then I got kicked out, and there's no more stream in the chat." Okay, let me see. There it is, brother. There's the link. Okay. Okay, I think that's what you meant. You needed that. Okay, Kim, if you can tell me which one you want me to play next. Otherwise, I'll pick one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and choose one while I'm waiting. Let's play Redemption Road. Let me wait a second, see if I can get that on the screen. Okay.
I was born in a small town, Central Ohio. My daddy left when I was young. I was much too young to know. Sometimes things just go wrong, looking for a better way. And you wake up and you don't like who you are today. Just like my daddy before me, I went down the wrong road, looking for a good time. Was the only life I'd known. Forever became a reality. I felt so empty inside when looking for redemption and peace for my soul. And I heard his voice calling out to me, "I'm the way you seek, my son, and you have been lost. With the blood that I shed, your redemption's been paid, and your new life begins here at the cross. New life begins at the cross." And I heard his voice calling out to me on the way you see my son. You have been lost. With the blood that I shed, your redemption's been paid. And your new life begins here at the cross. 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 Yeah, at the cross. At the cross. New life begins here at the cross. At the cross. At the cross.
Wow, that was incredible too. I think that's my favorite of yours, Kim. Yeah, what do you think, Shawn?
It had a little bit of that Creedence Clearwater Revival flavor to it.
Yeah, some others are comparing it to the Eagles, huh? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to compare music like that, but I just loved it. I mean, not only the music and the vocals, but the words. To me, just as important as anything else is what the message is. And that's a wonderful message. Yeah. Are we going to be able to get Jay back? Yeah, here he is. And there's Jay.
Hey, hi, I'm back. I was just chatting with some of the people in the chat.
I was wondering, Jay, if you were able to hear the previous song by Shawn because you were away. Did you hear it, or were you heard it?
Yeah, I was listening to that. I just couldn't respond. And I've listened to that one a few times. Also, and yeah, that's a very professional sounding. A couple of the guys in the group sound a lot alike. I can't tell who's Shawn and who's the other guy. Their voices blend fantastically. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Very good, you know. And yeah, it sounds. The one guy in the group reminds me of the guy. I think his name's Guy Pinrod or something. He sang with the Gaithers for a lot of years. Long silver hair.
Yeah.
Right. I guess who it was.
Yeah, got that big where you can go up with that big swell. What? Is that you, Shawn, or who's that guy?
Yeah, I sang the lead on that one.
Were you the one that went way up high?
Yes, that was me.
Oh, wow. Okay, I thought when I visited with you about that song a couple months back, you had said it was the other guy. So, wow, that was great.
Yeah, the one tonight that I played, yeah, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
The last song.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we played Kim's song, Redemption Road. I told Kim that's my favorite of all the songs I've heard of his, because not only is the music and the singing great, but the message is so profound.
That last one, it reminded me of the Eagles a lot more. I really had that. I don't like to compare, but it definitely had that Southern country rock but folky sound, you know, and I love the Eagles. They're one of my very favorite, I guess you consider classic rock bands also, country classic rock.
And Nate says, Jay, I said gay there ages ago. We have it here. It's hilarious. Permed hair and shoulder pads. That's funny. But Kim's asking, Luke, can you play MP3 on here? I don't know what I mean, I know that I've heard the phrase or the term MP3, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. Well, if you have some songs on MP3, I don't know. I'd have to look into that, brother.
Well, some of them are, you can upload them, and some of them it's a little unit that you can plug into, you know, almost like a mini CD player. It's not CD player, but you know what I'm saying. But then also you can upload MP3s.
Yeah.
It's like a different form of like you've got waveform, and then I've got MP3, MP5, I think too now. And
well, we did try playing files. I think Shawn sent me files of his music originally, and I played them, but they didn't come out. So he ended up putting it on a YouTube format, and that's what we've been using tonight, is playing it from their YouTube channel. So I think the MP3, we might have the same issue. If it's on YouTube, look, the quality's perfect. So Kim, if you can get more of your songs on your YouTube channel, that would be fantastic. I mean, I don't know how difficult it is for you to download it on your channel, but I know that if you do that, definitely you can play those.
And I have a suggestion too, Kim, or for anybody that wants to send music through email. If you do it if you don't have a phone, but you can upload a compression app. It's called. Go on and look and find an app that compresses music or compresses video, and then it'll compress it down enough so that it can send it through email, because email only allow like 25 megabytes or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And video's tough to send through email because it's got so much information. So if you can just get the audio, you might not have too much trouble doing that.
So we've exhausted the inventory for Brother Jay. Jay?
Yeah, that's fine.
We need more songs. We need more songs from you now, brother, because you got 2, and Kim and Shawn both have 4 songs on this playlist.
Oh.
So you brother, get busy working, man. Your salvation's in question now.
Okay. Okay. I better get on that right away.
All right. Let me see. So the next one, let me see. What did I play? The last one was Kim. So let's play another one from Shawn.
But Luke, in the meantime, can you give me some kind of reprieve? I mean, absolution to get me by. I mean, maybe a few Hail Marys and, something.
I don't know. I think I'll put you in
grounded
purgatory. I'm going to just put you in purgatory for a while until you produce something. If in the next 90 days, if you don't have stuff, you're going straight to purgatory. You know where? Okay.
All right.
I say 90 days is more than enough time.
There's nothing like a little guilt and condemnation to motivate me. Thanks.
Okay, so let me see. The next one, I don't remember which ones. I played Shawn and then Kim.
Well, one of the newest ones I've sent you was Walk Right In.
Yeah, Walk Right In. You want that one?
That's one that we did an awful lot as a group, but the recording that you have there was a recording I made. I made a solo album, and I went in and I laid down the lead part, and then the baritone, and then the tenor, and then the bass. I sang all the parts on it, so that was a lot of fun doing that. But I did it one of all.
So we got Walk Right In, and we got Washed in the Blood. So you want me to play Walk Right In next?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Let me make sure I've got it on the screen here. Okay. And,
I've been looking for the lights of heaven ever since Jesus came to me, and the Lord took away my sin. His salvation he has freely given. What a glad welcome there will be when the Lord tells me walk right in. And I'm gonna walk right in to see my Jesus on his throne. I'm gonna be so happy when I'm finally home. I'm gonna talk with loved ones that I'll see again, and forget what I left when I walk right in. Well, since the day I heard the blessed story and he took all my sins away, I have found him a faithful friend. So if you want to walk the streets of glory, let him into your heart today, and you'll hear him say, walk right in. And I'm gonna walk right in to see my Jesus on his throne. I'm gonna be so happy when I'm finally home. I'm gonna talk with loved ones that I'll see again, and forget what I left when I walk right in. I'm gonna walk right in to see my Jesus on his throne. I'm gonna be so happy when I'm finally home. I'm gonna talk with loved ones that I'll see again, and forget what I left when I walk right in. I'm gonna forget what I left when I walk right in. Walk right in. Walk right in.
Yeah, that's nice, upbeat.
yeah, I couldn't hold back. That made me move.
I almost spoke in
What a great
tongues.
compliment that was, Luke.
Ah!
I almost spoke in tongues there. Wow.
Nate says, Luke's having a seizure. Quick help. Glenn says, Shawn, I love it. Very uplifting. Thank you. And he says, I'm going to dance. Well, I couldn't help myself. I had to dance to it. I did win a couple of dance contests when I was 12 years old. It was a twist. It's the only dance I could ever do. I see. And Brother Kim says, walk right in. Yeah. Again, what can you tell us a little bit about that? Because that's totally different than the others as far as the whole speed of it.
Yeah, it was one of those songs that you write the lyrics to keep the beat. It has like a drum beat to the lyrics. It's, I guess, kind of technical, but there's a lot going on with the rhymes and everything. But it's meant just to be just a happy song to celebrate what's coming for all of us. And I haven't seen, ear hasn't heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of man the things that God has prepared for those who love him. And it's going to be a blast.
Yeah. Not only did we get to walk right in, but we can go right up to the throne. And what's the verse for that we have access to the throne? Someone tell me the verse I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hebrews.
Yeah, maybe, but
Uh,
I can't look it up. So maybe someone can look
right
it up.
off the top of my head.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Comforting. Yeah. I really, maybe I'm too taking this wrong, but I used to say I kind of restrained myself from saying that because I don't want people to feel like they're if they don't respond in this particular way, then I wonder if they're really saved or not. But I believe when a person gets saved, if they really understand the magnitude of it, how great our salvation really is,
Mhm.
they should be jumping for joy. I mean, really, and not only when you realize what you have, the promise, and that it's who promised it to you, so you can count on it. And look, we're going to be raised to life everlasting in a perfect world, and that's
Mhm.
going to make you want to dance and jump for joy. So,
Yes.
yeah, but I don't want to impose on everybody, and it's like imposing at the conversion that a person has to shed tears, or they have to be contrite, or they have to, our emotions are different. It's the way that we respond to it. But for me, it just makes me feel like jumping for joy when I understand and contemplate what my salvation really means.
I mean, I don't think we can even think in terms of, or it's awfully hard, of, no guilt, no regrets, no tears. All those former things have passed away. And to think that as far as God's concerned and our relationship with God, it's that way right now. People say, what's going to happen, when you die, you're going to go to heaven. It's just like, I'm already seated in heavenly places. I have already been
Yeah.
redeemed. We have passed
Yeah.
from death into life.
Right.
My eternal life has already started.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, but unfortunately, very few people are really understand the gospel. Most people who profess faith in Christ and say they're a Christian of some kind, uh, they couldn't even tell you what the gospel is.
that's
It's
very true.
very, very sad. And um, but that's why
Right.
these songs are so important, because really they're just not getting the clarity from the pulpits. But when you go to the old hymns and your music here, then people get the real gospel message. I'm thankful for. I heard a guy on the radio once. He was a popular contemporary gospel musician, and he was being interviewed, and he was talking about when a pastor or somebody gives you a great sermon, you hear that sermon once, and that's it. But if you put that sermon into music and put it in a song, people hear that song over and over and over again. So there's more
Right.
value in putting the message in music than there is from making a sermon. Oh,
Yeah, when you write a
Yeah.
song, you have to
Right.
write a sermon
hey,
that rhymes, and it has to fit in 2.5 to 3 minutes.
yeah, Renee's here. Hey, there's a link, Renee, if you want to feel like coming on with us here.
Yeah, Renee. Hey, Luke, I did find a song, another song. If you wanted to try it, it's something different.
Is it YouTube?
Yeah, it's a song. I think I've told you guys somewhat about it, but it's a song that I was asked to write by a young Romanian lady for her children's charity group about 4 years back, and produce it. She says, "Well, I want a song," and she had the lyrics. There's inspired. She's a Christian. They were inspired, by kind of a little retreat she had, but she wanted a rock song, and it's called "Rockin' This Feeling." My granddaughter loves the song, but it's on YouTube. If you type in Jay Hines or "Rockin' This Feeling," Jay Hines. If you guys want to rock out a little bit on a Friday night, this is
Okay,
something
say
you
it
can
again.
check out. It's not gospel, I'll warn you.
I'm going to search for it. Go ahead and tell me again.
"Rocking This Feeling."
Rocking This Feeling.
Yeah.
That's
And
it?
by Jay Hines.
Jay Hines. Jheinz.
And you shouldn't get a strike because it's mine. I'm giving you permission.
Okay, Rocking This Feeling, Jay Hines. Okay,
Because it is out there for sale, but you can make a disclaimer that I give you permission to use it for entertainment purposes.
Okay, let me see. Here it is.
Yeah.
There you go.
Imprisoned in
invisible key. Visible guardians are waiting on you. Let's run now. We don't want them to see. Rocking this feeling. Rocking this feeling. Rocking this feeling of liberty. You're imprisoned in an invisible gate. Here it is, invisible passport. Visible policemen are waiting on you. Let's run now. We don't want them to see. We're rocking this feeling. Rocking this feeling. Rocking this feeling of liberty. Invisible rose, with your passports awaiting you. Let's run now, we don't want them to see. Rocking this feeling, rocking this feeling, rocking this
Jay, I got some bad news for you, brother. Jay.
Okay.
I'm pulling you out of purgatory, and do not pass go. You're going straight to hell, brother.
Oh, no.
I mean, come on, Jay. Man, come on, man. No, I love that song. That was wonderful. Your voice was great too, but I really loved the guitar, and it was really good.
Thanks. Glad you liked it.
Yeah, we don't have to have Jesus in every song, but so I don't know. Maybe just some kind of penance will be all it requires from me.
Okay.
Let me see. Now let's. I think we gotta do another one from Kim. Kim, are you still with us? He's in the Philippines, so maybe it's time for him to get busy with his day. Yeah, there's Kim. Let me see. We played 2 or 3 from him now. Let me see. Okay, so we got Faith of a Child and Back Home. Faith of a Child and Back Home. Which one do you want me to play next? I think he said Back Home earlier. He wanted that. Which one? What one shall I play next, brother? Faith of a Child or Back Home?
Oh, and by the way, Luke, that song, there's an interesting history behind that. Sometime I can share that with when we have more time.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'd like to know about that. Let me see. You can't share it publicly. It has to be private because I know that there's some dirty story that goes along with it. Okay. Here. We're going to go Back Home by Brother Kim. Here it is.
When the sun goes down in the Philippines, it looks much the same down in New Orleans. I got the homesick blues right down to my bones. It's been 6 long years since I've been home. Yeah, I gotta get back home. Yeah, I gotta get back home. Now this side of heaven, I can never talk to you. 'Cause you're born, little brother, sometimes I just don't know what to do. Now I look up where my redemption comes from, 'cause I placed my faith in Jesus, God's only Son. Oh Lord, gotta get back home. Yeah, oh Lord, by the grace of God, I need to get back home. I can hear the bullfrogs croaking out in the swamp. Yeah, they're probably sitting up there on a stump. I sure miss the sound of a fiddle on a Saturday night. I can't help but think of home and I hear the southern light. Oh Lord, yeah, I need to get back home. Oh Lord, by the grace of God, I need to get back home. Yeah, oh
Wow, that was great. Yeah. And the photos really were interesting too. But great song. Maybe I think Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge, something like that.
That was right out of the swamp, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Really cool. I wonder who played the slide guitar and everything. It was a good song.
Yeah.
Good bluesy backwoods southern song.
Yeah. Well, we got a couple more songs they haven't played, but my legs are starting to cramp. I think I reached my limit, but I'm having such a good time. I hate to quit, man. It's. I know it's late for everybody, but I'm having such a good time tonight. Really. Let's take a little time now to um, get any final thoughts and.
Sure.
Kim, maybe Kim, you can tell us a little bit about that last song. If you, it's hard in the chat room, but anybody have any questions on that last song we played of Kim's going back home? Seems like he's a long ways from home. He's halfway around the world in the Philippines, away from Lafayette, Louisiana.
Yeah.
And Luke, Nate says, "Look, get to dance, and your legs will wake up." Yeah, that's a good idea. Yep.
There you go.
So, Kim says, South Louisiana, how do you say Louisiana? Uh, I know that they have their own way of saying it, but no, it's Nolans instead of New Orleans. We back here in the West, we call it New Orleans, but I think they call it Nolans if you're from there. But he's not from Nolans. He's from South LA. It says he's from South LA. Huh? Oh, Louisiana.
Yeah, that
College Greens in Mississippi. Gulf Coast buffet roots. Is that where they have a buffet of collard greens and various roots and herb and stuff to poke salad, Annie? All right.
Louisiana.
What do you guys think of that last song, Shawn and Jay?
Oh, I liked it. Yeah, it definitely had that Louisiana sound to it. The Nolans, as they call it, that had that real flavor to it.
And let me see. Kim says, yeah, Louisiana, I guess. And he says, it's New Orleans, not all. I can't even say that. Orleans. They have a different. Not everybody can speak proper English the way Brother Luke does.
Like I said earlier, I thought it was really cool, authentic, backwoods, bluesy Southern song. Very well done. I love that music. And the slide guitar, I don't know if Kim played that. That was really well done. It was like a dobro or a resonator.
Kim says that Jimmy Buffett. Is that the kind of style that you're thinking of, Kim? You guys know Jimmy Buffett? I've heard of him.
Yeah, but I think it was more almost like a Southern blues backwoods. That song. It's like
he says my good friend Glenn Dulon did the electric slide guitars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds scary. Electric slide guitar. You slide down it and you get electrocuted before you go into the water. We had this water park in Las Vegas, and they had this really steep one, and it was like a real high up and almost straight down. It's called Der Stuka, and I always felt like, I think to me that's probably like dying is going down that slide of Der Stuka and leaving here and shooting down that slide into the next realm, you know. I don't know. I guess I'll find out pretty soon. I'll try
Those
to.
slides can
I'll try to
be
get
pretty
back.
crazy.
What's that?
Oh yeah, Kim just said, yeah, he did play the slide on the acoustic guitar. Yeah, that was really good.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay.
Good
Buffett
night, Dolores.
comment about Ms. Coast Roots. Mississippi Coast Roots, I think that's what that stands for. Is Mississippi Coast Roots, is that what you mean? MS? Dolores says good night. Yeah, we're going to say good night too. All right, guys. As for me, I had a wonderful time tonight, and this is a lot different than what we normally do. And what I want to do, with your permission, if everybody just cycle through your songs on that playlist on our Sunday program, so we have some music along with the rest of the things we do on our Sunday meeting. And hopefully, I encourage you guys to do more because you've had a lifetime of music and you've done so much already, but just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to retire. Just keep on producing more music for the Lord. And I hope you will, because that's a great gift you have. And
Sure, thanks.
We had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Listening to everybody's music and all different kinds of styles and everything. And, you know, God can use a lot of people. Luke, I'm sure that you're going to be right there in the choir when we get there. And we'll be able to hear you above everybody else.
yeah, I'm a little bit worried that they're going to tell me, "Hey, please, Lord, please, Luke, don't sing, don't even clap," because that's last time I was singing in a church. That's what the pastor told me. He said, "Oh, please don't sing." And then I was clapping. He said, "No, don't even clap, because I can't even clap to the music."
Yeah, we all have our things, but the good Lord, he's probably got auto tune. Have you heard of that?
No.
Auto tune will make whatever you sing be in perfect pitch.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
machine. It's a machine effects unit, and people use it and they cheat to sound like they're singing great.
Wow, how can I get one of those?
You get one.
Well, Luke, when we get to heaven, see, the way it works is you're going to sing the same way, but everyone will hear you a lot better.
Oh, God help us.
That's just like on Pentecost when they spoke in other tongues, right?
Exactly. Every man heard it. Every man heard it in perfect pitch.
Okay, I guess we would be negligent if we didn't ask for any prayer requests before we quit for the night.
Yeah, right.
If anybody has any prayer needs, please post it in all caps. And I guess I'll ask, pray for me for my eye problem to get fixed. And Lord, you can heal it. You can heal it if you want to. Please just heal me. Otherwise, I'm going to go to the doctor next week and maybe they can heal it.
Hey, Luke, have you tried spitting in the mud and rubbing it together and putting it in your eyes?
Yeah, no, I haven't done that yet, but
there was a well-known teacher that did that.
Yeah.
And cured somebody.
Yeah, that was a question we had on last Sunday, didn't we?
That's right, Jay. Just keep digging that hole a little bit deeper.
That's where they got the saying, "Here's mud in your eyes."
Really? That could be it.
I don't know.
I've never connected those two things before. Okay. All right. Well, keep praying for Renee. She was sick on Wednesday, and pray for her mother. She's gone through chemo, and she's now, I think, they've been able to get her located into a place that take care of her. And just keep everybody in CES that's asked for prayers. Just keep on asking the Lord to say yes to us and help us. And let me ask you, Jay, to say goodnight and any final thoughts you have.
Well, I just wanted to, the chat disappeared. I was just going to say to Elaine, she made some nice comments there too, and about singing heaven. And now I can't see him, but yeah, it's been a happy night, Glenn. And yeah, I've enjoyed this too. We'll have to do this again sometime, and hopefully get other musicians on here, get our other brother that couldn't get on tonight. That'd be great if you could get on there and talk about his music.
Yeah. Well, this is, you certainly could see that there is fellowship in this, something about music that blesses everybody and adds to the fellowship. Okay, Shawn, we got somehow your technology worked. Lord, thank you for that. You fixed the technology.
It was an absolute mess when we first started. It's just like, I can't do this. It was everywhere. And then all of a sudden it just sort of cleared up. It's still not synced up with the video, but that's okay. I can do without that. But I want to say how much I appreciate Jay and Kim and the great job that they did and the great songs they've written. It's really great. And all the comments and encouragement and everything in the chats. Really appreciate all that too. Had a great time.
Yeah, and Kim says, all of you have a great night. Thanks to my buddy, Brother Luke. Oh, thank you, Kim. And I hope that we can, somehow you get some kind of maybe tech nerd, somebody can figure out how to get your thing working so that you can actually join us the way we intended, because it would have been great if we could have had you in the conversation instead of just in the chat room. But okay, thank you everybody for being coming together tonight. It was a lot of fun, and this is Friday, so I'll come back and join us Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern time for our Sunday meeting. Thank you everybody, and bless you all in the name of our great Savior God, Jesus.